For the next 2 hours, I'm gonna accept every order as a DoorDash Dasher to try to figure out what's the difference between just accepting everything that the company gives you versus hand selecting orders. Is it worth it to increase your acceptance rate for rewards programs like Dasher Rewards or Priority Access? And since I'm driving on Earn Per Offer, would it have just been better if I drove on Earn By Time and taken the guaranteed $16.50 per active hour here in Pittsburgh? Let's find out. All right, so if my ideal isn't shop and deliver, after waiting for about 5 minutes, what do you think they're gonna give me? That's right. Shop and deliver, folks, but it's bundled at least. And I feel like DoorDash is doing this more recently, like they're bundling orders and perhaps encouraging customers to bundle orders with, like, in this case, grocery. So $17.75 for 8.6 miles. I got this waffle place and then only shopping for 3 items. Like, it's not the worst. It's a Giant Eagle, it's a local grocery store. 3 items, knock on wood at least, right? Knock on wood that those 3 items are in stock, easy to find, etc. So first order, I gotta even jump in the parkway. It's gonna take a little bit longer, but hopefully not on the shopping or pickup process. Let's find out. Yeah, I'm right in the center of Oakland by the University of Pittsburgh. It is packed right now. This is another thing you gotta think about, is like, where is the pickup and how much of a pain is parking gonna be? It already took me a little bit extra just to get in here, and there's only street parking up here, and I feel like I'm gonna have to pass the block. I don't think I'm gonna get parking on this street. I'm gonna have to go hunting for parking, then I gotta walk maybe a minute or two, which isn't that bad, but all right, let's see. First, I gotta yield to oncoming traffic and hopefully get lucky here. I doubt it. I mean, I know Oakland. We'll see. Am I gonna get lucky? I don't see anything. There's a loading zone. Can I squeeze in here? I think I can, yes. Awesome, that was immediately ready. And I got some good luck on the very good luck, I'll say, on the parking. Now, what's not ideal is a 10-minute drive to my next pickup for the shopping side of it. But hey, you know, that's what DoorDash gave me, so. All right, 18 minutes later, I'm at the Giant Eagle and also a construction zone to my left. I got 3 items. So 3 items, I should be in there like 5 minutes, then I'm on my way to the customer. Both of these go to the same customer, by the way. And then I don't know, I'm out here, kind of what, east of the city where I don't typically drive. So I could pause the dash and head back into a busier zone that I'm more familiar with. Or I can just get carried like wherever. Done, 3 items, and it took a little bit longer than I thought. But not for the reason you'd anticipate. So shout out to the subscriber actually that saw me in the store shopping. So we talked for a little bit, like 4 or so minutes, but yeah, it's fine. Appreciate it, thank you. And then at least 10 minutes at checkout. So I had an older gentleman in front of me, which is fine. Hey, gotta be patient. There's only 2 registers open. There was no, oh, it said no self-checkout, by the way. It said no self-checkout. That's different than Walmart Spark. Spark wants you to go to self-checkout and you don't have to like scan everything. Now here's only 3 items, but I had to scan everything, then I pay with my red card, which is still in my pocket. Oh, I have a minute to the customer. Okay, at least that's convenient. But I mean for the pay though, because it was like $17 payout, which by the way, if base pay is $2 to $10 on DoorDash, then this should be a decent customer tip. So I'm curious to see the breakdown after this. So how do you think the payout was on that? Because I told you it's most likely a high customer tip, $17 for, it's 2, what, orders, 1 offer. The offer is the offer card that they give you, and it had 2 orders on it, just to clarify there. It's $10.75, it says 2 deliveries, so obviously, you know, it's gotta be 2 sets of base pay. And then there's 2 tips as well. So when the customer, they place the order, and I don't know if you've used DoorDash as a customer, but it basically auto adds a tip, then you have to change it. Well, they suggest a tip, I'll say. They suggest a tip, and then you can zero it out if you want to. So the customer just kept a tip on both of those, which I appreciate. So that's just 1 offer, but here's the problem. I can't continue to dash using Dash Now. So when I used Dash Now and I started, it only let me dash for an hour, which is a pain. because there's enough Dashers scheduled right now from 1 p.m. until whenever. I'm waiting for the Dash now, and I think here in Pittsburgh, usually this marketplace, it should be able to Dash now eventually here in a couple of minutes. All right, I got something. I finally was able to go online. I waited like 10-ish minutes. So this one, it is another shop and deliver grocery, $8.75, 4.9 miles, but it's just 2 items. So I'm hoping there's no, well, this John Eagle I feel is better here in Shady Side. So just 2 items, and then I'm going down to the, I just got a notification that the order was updated and changed. What? What a shift. Oh my gosh. How do I talk about that shop and deliver? So it was 2 items, it turned into 4 items, but 2 of the items were unavailable. One, a Celsius can, like an energy drink, Celsius, there we go. I couldn't find it. It wasn't by the supplements, it wasn't by the energy drinks, it wasn't at the front end, whatever. A guy said they might have discontinued it. Okay. Next, a gallon of distilled water. Easy enough, I went by the water section, wasn't there. So I saw the manager talking to someone else up front, so I flagged them down and said, hey, and this is after like hunting around. He said, we don't have any of the gallons of the distilled, like any kind, because of an issue with the supplier. So I'm like, okay. So I'm texting the customer, who's very nice, seemingly very understanding. I'm like, hey, they don't have this, they don't have this. Oh my gosh, by the way, the Gatorades that this customer wanted, they didn't have it. So it automatically sends them a notification for a substitution. Now they're great. They were like instantly got back with another substitution. And then the Lysol that they wanted 13-ounce spray Lysol. There was only a 19-ounce spray Lysol. And I just manually submitted that one. It was like the same thing. There was nothing else. So finally, after probably 15, 20 minutes, probably closer to 20 minutes of doing that shopping for ultimately 2 items, my goodness. And I saw another subscriber. Oh, so thank you, I appreciate that. All right, and I forgot, well, I didn't really forget, but like now we have pickup number 2 for a stacked order because I have to accept absolutely everything today. So I accepted this little dinky $2 order because I have to. Now that pickup wasn't crazy because it was ready immediately, which was good. So now I have to, you know what? This stacked order is taking way too long for the pay. Like the add-on for $2, it's like a mile or so. So yeah, that's not bad. But the first order really ate into my time here. So now I got 13 minutes for the first drop off, the shop and deliver, and then the second customer. Accepting everything on DoorDash, maybe not the best strategy. So how do I feel about this shift? Couple of shop and delivers, a $2 add-on. I made like, what, maybe $17 an hour. Now my acceptance rate went from 10 to 14. So if you're gonna accept everything, like the only maybe positive is if you're going for, again, priority access or the priorities on the Dasher Rewards program. But if you're not, and even that is kind of questionable, like the math to accept 50%, like I'm at 14%. I gotta bump it to 50% to get the first level of priority access. Mathematically, is that even gonna be worth it to accept 50% in this case? So think about that, and then think about if you're not trying to go for those programs, like there's no way that this is worth like just accepting everything that DoorDash gives you versus multi-apping and picking the high margin orders, right? High dollars to mile, good dollars a time. But I do this for you. So if you enjoy these experiments, if you want to see more accept everything challenges, we've done it before, and let me know if you want it to be on DoorDash or other platforms, and consider subscribing, because all I do here is help you make money in different side hustles.